What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Aspen in case you guys are new, and if you are new, what is up? Nice to have you guys on my channel today. Today's video is actually super casual, hence I'm drinking my Trader Joe's Fall Harvest Tea out of this cute Sagittarius mug. Yeah, that's me. That Des got me. If you don't know who Des is, where have you been? Today is technically my first holiday video because I was going to make this video kind of general, but this is the season where we tend to spend or overspend the most. So I was like, why don't I just share my tips that I have for the season that I'm using to make sure that I don't overspend. And today's video, if you can't catch on already, is how to not overspend during the holiday season, Black Friday, Christmas, anything like that. Because if you watched my Black Friday haul and vlog last year, yeah, they were both 20 minutes long, which says a lot. I have 10 tips to share with you guys for how to not overspend during the holiday season. If you guys have any tea, coffee, anything, grab that, grab a snack. This is going to be a great video. We can just sit here, talk about how to not overspend, but to make sure that the people that you're giving gifts to are happy. Because this is the season of giving. Am I right, kids? I'm right. This intro was very long, so we are going to go ahead and get straight on in to how to not overspend for the holiday season. That was anticlimactic or climactic, whichever. Tip number one is to make a list of things you plan on buying, and that is for every single person you plan on buying gifts for. What I'm doing this year is I already have a spreadsheet. Wow. Rude. But I already have a spreadsheet of everybody that I plan on buying gifts for, plus everything that I plan on buying for them. That way I can shop with my list and then highlight what I've already bought for that person. That way I'm not tempted to, while I'm out, oh, buy this for them, because I already have like that mindset of this is what these people want. Make a list. Ask people like what the top 5 things are on their list and put those down. That way, you know, you can kind of shop from their list, see if you can buy like 2 things for however much you plan on spending for someone. Whatever the case may be, just make a list, know what people want, and it's easier to shop that way. Tip number 2 that you can also add onto this list is to make a budget per person. This year, I'm buying gifts for like my parents, my sister, my friends, and I'm also doing a holiday giveaway. And on my spreadsheet, next to each person's name, I have the amount of money I plan on spending on them. And that is also a good way to kind of keep track of your spending. That way, also, whenever you add what these people want on their list, you can also put the price next to what it is. Just make sure you set a budget. That way, you know, after you've bought everybody's gifts, if you have a little extra money that you wanted to spend on someone else, you can go ahead and buy that little extra thing for them. But definitely set a budget, because I didn't do that last year and I spent way too much money. So set a budget. Tip number 3 is to shop with a list. And this is where it gets dangerous, because you can walk into a store without knowing what this person wants and just start grabbing things. Oh, they might like this. Oh, they might like this. And like, then you spend too much money. So what you need to do is either print off your list, have your list on your phone, and whenever you go to the mall, the store, wherever you're going, shop off your list. If the item's not there, then don't try and replace it. Order online, order at the store, do whatever you need to. But if you do not shop with a list, it is so easy to just start picking things out, and then you've spent way too much money over the budget for that person. So that was a lot, but just take your list with you. Tip number 4 is to try and buy the number 1 thing on that person's list. Now this is almost like a placebo effect, and I know it's a year of like giving and like it doesn't matter, blah, 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 whatever. But I personally believe that if someone had like 5 things on their list and you bought the first thing on their list, now obviously if it's within budget, but if you buy the first thing that someone really, really wants, it'll mean more to them than buying the things past like maybe item number 2. So I definitely recommend trying to buy the first thing on someone's list. I feel like they would be, I mean, everyone should appreciate everything, but I feel like they would be a little bit more appreciative and like more excited about the gift, and it makes it look like you put in a lot more effort, spend a little bit more money, and like I said, that doesn't really matter. But it's like a placebo effect, you know, minds play game on you, but whatever. I'm like so all over the place today. I'm sorry. Tip number 5 is to cut down the list of people that you plan on buying gifts for. Now this is, you know, kind of hard because there's some people that may want to give gifts to you, but you're like, I need to kind of cut you out of my list, you know, so it's like, you know, you have to be on the same page here. But make sure you have a list of people that you truly want to give gifts to. Now, it's not like, oh, they're giving me a gift, so I have to give them one back. Like, It doesn't have to be that way. I mean, you can't have your parents, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, your grandparents, your 10 best friends, and then 5 of your coworkers on your list, because that's not reasonable unless you're rich, and like if you are, be my friend. But just be realistic. Tip number 6 is something that I'm actually trying this year, that I'm doing obviously because I'm trying it, and that is to buy for one person at a time. So off my list of people where I have everybody's like gifts that I'm for sure getting them, I'm going by person to buy them. That way I know like once I'm done with that person, I can put their stuff in a closet, I can wrap it already, I can do whatever I need to do with it, leave it behind. That way I don't even think to go back to them. I don't have to think about, oh, maybe they want this instead. I know that I'm completely done with their list that I have on my list, and that's all they're getting. Shopping for one person at a time is easy to kind of focus on that one person, figure out how much you spent on them, and then move on to the next person. Tip number 7 is one that last year really got me, and that is to don't just buy it because it's on sale. I mean, sales can be dangerous because sometimes you'll see, oh, 50% off the whole store, and then you're adding all this stuff into your cart and it's mostly stuff for you, and then you're like, wait, now I don't have any money for anybody else, you know? So if you're shopping on sale, buy the gifts that are on your list on sale. Now, if they aren't on sale, then I mean, you can't do anything about that. But if you can find a bunch of your Christmas presents that are on sale, buy those first before you buy things for yourself, because sales can honestly be dangerous, and that is why I'm glad I'm working Black Friday. Cyber Monday might get me a little, but I'm going to make sure that I do my Christmas list first, and then if I want to buy things for myself, I will buy things for myself, but in reason. Tip number 8 is another thing that I'm doing this year, and that is if you have a credit card, not a debit card where like you only have that money and that's it. If you have a credit card where you can spend that money and pay it back, make sure you spend the money but pay it right back. One thing that a lot of people do is they get credit cards, they'll buy all their Christmas gifts on it, and then they're in debt. They don't have enough money to pay everything back, and it ruins their credit score, and my credit score is really good. So if you're trying to steal my identity, don't. But this is not about credit here. This is just about making sure that you don't spend too much on your credit card and then not have enough to pay it back, and then January 1st comes around and you're like, I don't have enough money to pay this back, I'm broke. You know what, honestly, if you have a credit card, just don't use it. Tip number 9 is kind of related to what I was just talking about, and that is to make sure you put your bills and responsibilities before holiday shopping, because that is another reason where like credit cards can come into play, is if you are not really focusing on your bills, you're just focusing on getting people all these gifts, and then you're still broke, you know? So make sure you're paying attention to your responsibilities. That is the most important thing. And my last tip for you guys is to start shopping early. Even if it, like, you want to buy a Christmas present in March, like, start shopping early. That way, if you want to raise your budget on someone, you can if you start kind of shopping gradually throughout the year. Or just so, like, around the holiday season, you're not, like, December 1st, like, trying to spend all this money on people and then you're broke, you know? Try and start shopping gradually and gradually earlier throughout the year. That way you can kind of like put all this together and be like, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, I bought this in March. And yeah, that is going to be it for my first holiday video, I guess. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, I do have a holiday giveaway coming up sooner than you think. That was so over dramatic. But make sure you guys subscribe down below. You know where the button is. Subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell because I have a lot of fun holiday videos coming up on my channel. Fall is almost over. Winter's almost here. My birthday's coming up in 24 days as I'm filming this right now. So I'm going to go ahead and finish shipping my tea now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!